Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Sandown Park here on Saturday. It is August the 31st, 2019. We're going to look at the stakes races on the program from Sandown, but before we get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5 for more selections for race courses around the world. And also, if you're interested in American racing, go check out my Saratoga preview for today. It's the Woodward Stakes, an excellent card there. The Woodward is a very good British Cup Classic prep, so make sure you go check that out. But let's get to the stakes action from Sandown. Very good card today. We'll look at races 3 and 4, the 3 o'clock and the 3:35. So let's get on to it. The 3 o'clock, the third race. It is the Group 3 Atalanta Stakes, or the Atalanta Stakes. It's a Group 3 race going for a purse of $89,500. Race for 3-year-olds and upwards. Plays mares only. 9 horses are going 1,600 meters or 1 mile on the turf course. The top selection, I'm going to take a shot with this 8 horse to look around. We'll go 867 in the tri-cash trifecta. 867 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 8 horse. Look around. This is roughly by Kingman. Ocean Murphy is on this one for Andrew Balding. The horse's most recent outing came about a month ago on the 26th of July at Ascot. 1 mile in the listed stakes, stepping down in class off a break. The horse finished second by 3/4 length, which was another drive for the latter portions of the race, but probably first out the break she needed the race, but I still thought she ran a lot better than she was supposed to there, getting the mile trip. Coming here, second off the break, back to Sandown where she's had a very good run in the past. I expect her to run well. Before then, the Group 1000 Guineas at Newmarket, 1 mile, May the 5th, at 33-1. She just never showed anything. She finished 9th by 6.5 lengths and just didn't show up there. And then the Neil Gwynn at Newmarket, or in a Craven meeting, 7/8 of a mile, finished 4th by 3.5 lengths. And again, never really had a good turn of foot there. Ran okay, but it wasn't anything spectacular. And then the Prestige Stakes last August at Goodwood, 7 furlongs. Horse finished 7th by 3.25 lengths, and again, never got into it. But the horse's last race at Sandown was a success. His last victory, actually, in the 7 furlong listed stakes. The horse won by 1/4 lengths, had a great turn of foot, and just won very nicely. Keep in mind, third place finisher La Pelosa went next out in very impressive form. So she beat some good horses there, but she hasn't. She's run good races against the group quality horses, but she hasn't run that excellent race yet. But her last one was good comeback race at the mile trip. I think she'll get it 7-1. I'll take her here. I think it's a very wide open race, and a lot people think. I think a lot of people are going to go to the shorter price horses, but I think you go a little bit different ways here. But to recount my selection for the 3 o'clock from Sandown, it's the Group 3 Atalanta Stakes. Going to go with the 8 horse Look Around. We'll go 867 in the tri-cash trifecta. So let's get to the 4th race, the 3:35 from Sandown. It's the Group 3 Solario Stakes. Group 3 race for Class 1 horses going for per $64,000. Race for 2-year-olds here. Field of 7 horses going 1,400 meters or 7 furlongs on the turf course. My top selection, I'm going to go with the 1 horse Al Sohal. I'm going to go 147 in the tri-cash trifecta. 147 tri-cash trifecta. Top selection 1 horse Al Sohal. 2-year-old called by DeBowie. Godolphin Doan. Charlie Appleby trains. William Buick gets the mounts. The horse's most recent outing came the 15th of August at Yarmouth. 7 furlongs on Class 4 novice, and the horse won by 4 lengths. His second start, and he just improved a lot more with blinkers that day. 17 cents a dollar. He just could have won around another 10 times, and he just could have won even more lengths. It was just an all-around great race there. Before that, he ran the 12th of July at Newmarket, 7 furlongs in the Class 4 main race. A lot tougher race than the race after, I must admit, but he still held his own out. Finished second by a neck. He closed up well. He just missed that neck bob, but he ran a good effort. Out of only 2 offerings, I thought those 2 offerings beat most of the other races that anybody else in this race has ever run. And he should sit closer at 2-1. I expect him to run well, but it's not a lot of value with him. He's the kind of horse, if he does well here today, he'll probably have a smart future. His pedigree says he wants to go a lot longer than he's going to be going today. So do we see him running the Dante next year? Do we see him run a Chester next spring? We'll just have to wait and see. Do we see him running the Racing Post Trophy? We might see the horse that won at Newcastle on Friday for Gosden run the Racing Post Trophy, I hope, because I would pack him there with the Dewhurst. But we're getting ahead of ourselves, so let's recap our selection for the 4th, the 3:35 from Sandown, which is the Solario. Let's go with the 1 horse Al Sohal. We'll go 147 in the tri-cash trifecta. Let's go like 12. Please follow me on Twitter at Horse Racing Kid 5. Good luck.